Yo. What up? Good morning, GMG. What is what? Wednesday. I was going to say Friday. Wednesday, July 31st. Look at that. Woo! Last day of the month, 2024. Look at that. Another beautiful day to have a beautiful day. I got my co-host in the house, Tyler. Tyler, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. You know, it's hot in Chicago. We're in like the dog days of summer, it feels like right now. It's a big weekend. It's Lollapalooza weekend here in Chicago. And now I'm looking at the coins and we're flipping green. And it's a big day. Big day today.
You love it. Big day. Ethereum inflows. You know, it is hot here too, dude. It was hot as fucking Germany, and it's hot as shit over. Man, boy, does Europe get warm. I'm fully sweating bricks right now. Surely the AC is off in here. I'm dying. It's rare. I know that there's AC somewhere in Europe, but I am sweating right now. No, of course we're gonna show up. Sorry, we're late. Sorry, someone said don't scare us like that. Don't worry. Not only are we showing up, but we're also doing Rollbit loot box spins, and I got some good shit for you in there today, and we got some fun stuff to talk about. Mando's out. Quick show. Tyler and I. Market reports as usual. We'll talk about Tyler's top 100, and then we'll get to the Rollbit loot box spins. So, anyways, you know what? Let's loop it up. Let's loop it all up in one thing today, Tyler, and let's just get straight to the top 100 because I'm assuming that we're going to talk about the market anyways.
For daily NFT and crypto analysis, Tyler D on Fomo hour calls the kid can't miss.
Ready to bash some bears. All right, so crypto majors are starting to rally here a bit this morning ahead of this afternoon's FOMC meeting and Powell comments. So this is a big afternoon here in the U.S. Market's likely to be impacted. Solana leading the charge as Pumped Out Fund sees a smashing new all-time high. $2.36 million in revenue in a single day. That's 3x its recent average. So I think on Sunday, Pump led the markets in revenue with $830,000 beating ETH. It hit 2.3 million in revenue yesterday. So the Pump streets are on fire. We saw Mt. Gox that they moved to $3 billion in Bitcoin. Seems like the market's shaking it off. It looks like we don't care about the Mt. Gox movement anymore. We even got Pintoshi bull posting. So you love to see that in the macro. Some of the meteor headlines. So like in blockchain news, the California DMV has digitized car titles on Avalanche. And this is not just something they're going to do. They've already done it. 42 million car titles already digitized. They're going to launch a wallet app and more. And if folks don't know, California's got like the 7th biggest economy in the world. So this is an important state to track. We saw the compound attacker in quotes. He seems to be somewhat of a good actor. So he's compromised with the team, effectively giving them the money back, and they're using the funds to create a stake product to generate yield for the first time on compound. So a nice end to that story. Hamster Combat on Ton, the Telegram chain. If you're not following this, you kind of have to be. So they updated their white paper yesterday. They've got new tokenomics ahead of their upcoming airdrops. It's going to go to 300 million players. They said they've got 300 million players, which means 300 million holders for this token when it launches. So I think it's going to be the most widely distributed coin in the history of crypto. So that's going to be a big deal. Wow. In the memes, Neiro, I think it's just Neiro day. Neiro on ETH is dominating everything. We were chatting before the show. I think it's at 150 million. I'm just staring at the chart. Just staring, saying, when am I going to capitulate into this thing?
Same. It's funny because same. Like I'm not even making this up. Like literally same.
And we can go into that here in a minute. I think those are most of the headlines quickly. So Dumpy.fun, the meme coin shorting protocol on Solana, they confirmed that they're going to give early users an airdrop of their dump token. So that's something to watch. We saw in NFTs, quick roundup, Doodles launched their super pass on base, priced at $7. That's the pass that gives you access to all their content. Artifact, they did the reveal for Project Animus. about 21 months after that debuted. So finally, some conclusion to that. Mintify announced a $3.4 million raise to keep expanding their NFT order book. And then DraftKings, surprise announcement yesterday, they're ending their Rainmakers product, citing some legal challenges. So a bit of a negative headline there.
Yeah, I saw that as okay. A lot to talk about today. Tyler, a lot to talk about today. Let's start with Jerome Powell, right? Because we usually start markets with Mando, etc. I mean, Bitcoin open today. We're 66. It was 66.4 a second ago. What is it at? Let me refresh my charts here. We're looking at 66. What's going on here? Oh well, stuff is not loading. Okay, 66.4. So we got a green candles this morning. 3,300 on ETH, 181 on Sol. I think I saw someone like almost near the hit 185. And the meme seems to be doing good. I mean, what did Jerome Powell say today? How was that?
It's coming later this afternoon. So stocks like sold off. Right? Yeah, like 2:30. Stocks sold off on terrible Microsoft earnings yesterday. Like we saw Nvidia dump hard, but then Nvidia rallied about 10% on the market open. Nice. So U.S. stocks are rebounding this morning. I think expectations for Powell are effectively to telegram or to basically hint at rate cuts coming in September. So the market is basically fully priced in the first interest rate cut coming in September. So if he does effectively allude to that, that should be at least a neutral, perhaps slightly bullish outcome. If he were to announce a surprise cut in July, which you see is just down to 3% odds, so a bit of a long shot. I think that would be a catalyst. We'd probably see a market rip a couple percent off the back of that news. Now, if he comes in more hawkish without any language or if he says anything explicitly that would let the market think that we're not going to get a cut in September, then we probably sell off a bit, at least in the short term.
I mean, we're waiting for those red cuts, and I think we're finally gonna get them soon. Probably not today, but if we get a little hint, as much as they hint, as much as a little hint. I mean, listen, someone's getting liquidated today. That's for sure. Now the question is, wait,
I'm on the quick. I made that poly market bet. So I took the 20-1 long shot on the July cut.
Ooh, I like that.
But what I meant, a little bit of a rooting interest.
Well, I'm rooting for you here today because that's good for my bags. If we got a rate cut today, I mean, if we get a rate cut today, I mean, Bitcoin's going to 73K like tomorrow morning. But I was talking about people getting liquidated because like you're either getting liquidated today on the way down or on the way up. there's no in between. There's MFers with long and short positions on all over. Seems like more people are short than long. But it's definitely interesting to see what's gonna happen later today. So I'm not too sure what it's usually 2 to 3 p.m. right, and he talks 2:30 p.m. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens. But also the other thing, Tyler, seems like we got our first days of inflows on ETH. If I got that right.
How about that?
Yeah.
Inflows the first time in a week.
Let's look at that
since launch. It comes amidst Grayscale selling another 120 million. So Grayscale's now 20% through their 9 billion of their ETH.
How much have they sold?
I think 2 billion.
How much are they? This is them, right?
Yeah.
This is them, right? This column right there.
Oh, yeah, 1.84.
ETH Grayscale 1.84. Short inflows too on the back of that, but there's but they have what, 10? 8, 10?
Yeah, they have like 9.
Billion,
yeah, 9. So they still so they're about 20% through. I mean, BlackRock keeps they keep chugging, man. That's a huge day from BlackRock, 118 million. That they basically neutralized Grayscale.
I saw someone tweet, "Bye, Gary. Hi, Larry." I love that. I love.
So I think what's happening here is Grayscale is moving through their ETH reserves faster than they did with Bitcoin.
Yeah, much faster. I mean, they offloaded like 1/8 of it. Like the first billion was like in 3 days. So I think it's really good for us. What do you think?
Yeah, 100%. So I think it's similar to like the US or to the German government Bitcoin situation where like when they first started selling, it was very bad. And then as they got closer to like the 50% mark, we started grinding up. And then when they were out, like, we started really moving. And I think it's going to be like a pretty similar scenario here. Like once they get to like 50% through, people are going to stop being worried about it. And I mean, hell, if we can get inflow days with them selling 9 figures, then like we just know what's going to happen when they're out, right? So
yeah, I mean, look, the Mount Gock stuff this morning, I mean, didn't move shit. As a matter of fact, we were higher than when that news came out. Like, people don't care anymore. It's like, okay, what was it, $3.1 billion or something that were moved, and it's like, oh, okay, just another day in paradise. What was with the $2 billion U.S. government move the other day? Was that's just got moved, right?
As far as we know, it's just a move. Like, everyone freaked out about it.
Is it the U.S. Marshals thing?
But yeah, they signed this deal, the U.S. Marshals with Coinbase, to start custoding their Bitcoin with Coinbase, and all indications are that this was a move along those lines. So there's no indication they're going to sell, but the market got spooked regardless. I think the more time that elapses without them selling probably shakes out those concerns. But that was a big move down, right? That basically dropped us from 69 to 66.
That was massive. Everyone was ready for a new high on Bitcoin. You saw the tweet, right? Everyone was like, but you know what it is? Like, I haven't tweeted about this, but it's like I'm talking about the space in general. It's like everyone's like too bullish on range highs and everyone's too bearish on range lows. And it's like, dude, we're probably gonna just keep fucking ranging until September, October. Like, like, okay, like we'll probably, you know what? I'll go ahead and say we'll probably touch 60K again, and people will be bear tweeting, and we'll probably hit, Powell, depends on today, right? Powell comes out with nothing, go to 60 something, people, meh, and then Powell says, yo, we're probably cutting rates next week. Go to 673, people are going to max long 73K, get liquidated because we're going to dump again. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's the same. You, me, and Mando, though, we've been pretty consistent with that. Like, we've been saying, like, it's probably going to be like that at least like months. And we're on month.
We said Chop Summer, yeah. This is what Chop Summer is, right?
Look at this. This is literally what Chop Summer is. This is literally the chart of a Chop Summer. Like, look at this. This point here is February 28th. Dude, forget summer. No, sorry. I meant this is where I should talk. Sorry, not here. I should. Yeah, it's a 63K mark. No, 63. Sorry. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. It's just February. So it's not even just summer. It's like shit. Like, it's been chopping for a while, So chances are,
catalysts have come out in that time, right? And we're still just chopping. Yeah.
We probably do a little wiggly. I don't know, but that's what I'm looking at. But that's Chop City till November. They're saying, what, in your opinion, let's get some comments here on X and on YouTube. I mean, in your opinion, when are we chopping until? And we're just talking about Bitcoin because Bitcoin's gonna lead the market, right? So Bitcoin pumps, everything fucking goes to Valhalla. November, I'll go ahead and say, okay, here it is. I turned 30, September 7th.
Ooh.
I hereby announce the end of the Chop Summer on my birthday. That's the catalyst. That's the catalyst. Farouk entering his 30th. There you go. Sergio saying September. What do you think, Mr. Tyler? As I pull up this Bob Lucas tweet you just sent to the chat.
Yeah, the Bob Lucas tweet caught my attention. I think he brought this up yesterday. So he's calling September 15th for breakout to all-time high. So actually not too far off from 100K by December 1st. 100K by December 1st seems wild. Like, if I'm just being honest.
But pause there. Does it seem wild to you? The top of the range is 73K, bro. Like, does it seem like people forget that like Bitcoin can move 20% in the fucking day at times, and it usually happens like a couple of times in a cycle. Like, it doesn't seem wild to you.
I mean, I would not. I'm not short this, so I'm not I'm not interested in taking the other side.
No more shorting, by the way.
Yeah, we're gonna have to I disabled that button. I can't even type it. I actually disabled me from even typing the word short on this laptop. September feels early to me, so the fellow who said November, for when we start to move, I feel like that kind of aligns to like the 2020 move. I was somewhere in Q4, so I'll say October-ish. Is when we really start to grind up. I won't be surprised if we see new all-time high in September. Okay. And there's a lot of wild cards out there, right? Like, if the DIMs come to the table in the U.S.,
that is true.
More crypto-friendly policy. Like, there's a lot of stuff that can still happen.
That is true.
Definitely this
Yeah.
year. Definitely all-time highs this year.
We just I mean, I say we Canadian, but we just need JD fans to just stop going on TV. I'm at the
Cash your couch bets. Crazy bet hit last night.
But what is that? What was the bet?
So did you see like all the JD Vance couch,
the couch story? Yeah, I don't understand the origin story, but I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, it really is. No, it basically just the internet ran wild with something that was not
like something
really
he said, right?
About story. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So there was a Polymarket line on will he say couch in July, and it was July 30th yesterday. It was down to 1%, and then he went on a speech yesterday and he said, "I'd invite my wife up here to speak, but if I did, I'd have to sleep on the couch tonight." So they cashed.
Do you think? Hold on. With prediction markets, what stops a politician or someone who is on like control of the bet? Technically, you're in control of the bet, right? Like it's about you. What stops someone from putting a position in and doing some crazy shit like that? You know what I mean?
Like nothing, right? Like that's why some of these markets are like illegal. You got to be really careful betting on the words and stuff. I mean, it was a pretty fun. My co-host, the Lucky Lead Show, Emily, one of those crypto, she actually was on that, so she hit the.
I love that. That is a big one. That is a big one. Now you love to see it. Listen, I love to see that. What's good? We haven't heard too much. Oh yeah, he wrote about his book. Yeah, someone tagged me. Yeah, I know it's a book thing. I know it's tied to the book. I just didn't bother to look further than that. Dude's just starting to annoy me a little bit. Anyways, great. Oh, go at that. We got a birthday twin here. Love to see it. Let's see what people think. Someone said Labor Day. I think Labor Day is a little too early because people are just getting like Labor Day is like mentally. Labor Day is like really after like when summer break really ends, right? It's like after, like, you know what I mean? It's like after Labor Day and people are actually like back to work. I don't know. Europeans are back to work also back in September. That could counter effect the pump. You know, like once the Euroports get back from their 4-month long vacations, you got to be careful with that. Anyways, Tyler, on the other side of the market, the memes. Talk to me about the memes. Talk to me about the Neiro saga.
Pull up the Neiro.
Which one?
The one on ETH.
No, you know what? I already have that one open because your boy's been waiting for fucking entry. All day long. Hold on, where is it? There it is. I already got that one on deck. Oh, there. Oh, yes, more red. Can we FUD it for entry?
Yeah, I'm happy to FUD everything.
I heard some really, really bad things about this coin.
So I actually did send this to a buddy. Like the bubble maps is terrible for this Neiro coin. Like there's a cluster that's got like 70%, which actually spooked me yesterday.
Is that always bad though? Like, do we remember the early episodes?
I know that's the thing. So like I let that spook me, and like clearly there's been multiple coins that have done just fine, you know, with that kind of central supply. Certainly, it's just it's risky in the early days, and then we know it's risky in the Solana streets. I think we're learning a lot about the differences between Solana and ETH, and like there's been this new narrative, which I agree with, is that the Solana memes are cannibalizing each other, and quite literally, the Neiro tokens on Solana are cannibalizing each other.
Where are they at? I haven't looked at them. Do we know?
Let's see. Like they're red. So they're the volume leaders. There's one at 32 million. It's down 24%.
That's not good. And then there's the capital letter. I did not buy any.
There's one at 4 million. Yeah, so like, they all screwed themselves.
Yeah, 100. I mean, this one of the two still looks. Oh, that's the ETH one. That's the ETH one. That's the ETH one. I was like, well, damn, this one looks good. This one. Hold on. No, surely that's not the one.
Yeah, that's basically what they all look like at this point, other than the ETH one.
I don't even fucking know how to find this thing anymore.
That's the other problem, right? Like if you can't find the coins by typing in the name, like that is a real problem. And that's why when you have multiple tickers on the same chain, it's just such a
oh my god, dude. This is it, right? Is this it? I think this is it.
I don't know what's the real one and what's not the real one. The one that's the volume leader saw 56 million in action yesterday. It's still at 33 million.
So what are we doing here, Tyler? What are we doing with this? Tell me more about Neiro and ETH.
We're just slamming the buy button. We got to find our personal entries. I think the upside is just too high on this one. I've been coping from the sidelines. Like I'm not like slamming full port or going like heavy into this thing, but I mean this is one that has like it's got 10x upside from here, right?
Oh,
Like,
big claim.
That's the thing about ETH that's so appetizing for meme traders is that it's not a cannibalized market. It's not a crowded trade. You've got Pepe up top, out of reach for most people.
Are you seeing
Mog
Mog
is
today?
basically out of reach. Mog is I mean, the Mog chart looks fantastic.
It's so beautiful. Oh man,
definitely not fading Mog running to any number up to 5 billion.
I'm not fucking cooking here, bro. I'm so comfy in my bag with Mog. I'm just cooking, dude. It's great.
That might be the best. That might be like the single best chart.
I think it's the best chart in crypto. I mean, surely this is the best chart in crypto, right? Like, let's just talk about this for a second. Like, this you can hang this at the Louvre.
Yeah, I don't think we realize the importance of that like extended 8 to 12 months of just grinding like near zero ahead of the run, and like what happens in that time frame.
I had it all along, brother. I entered here, and August 2nd, 4th, sorry, here, out of here, and I waited, and I waited. And I waited. That shit went crazy.
I think you have to have that. And I think it's like the opposite of these fast moving coins that we see on Sol now. Is that when people are up those crazy multiples that fast, it's just so much easier just to get out and go chase the next one. You're not committed. You don't have any time into the token. Like even WIF, if you don't remember, like WIF took a long time to move. Like it was like grinding low in December into January, and like we had some multiple minus 70% pullbacks before it exploded. But that like gave time for the community to develop, and a lot of time for folks to exit without the conviction. And I think those stretches matter, and like we don't have those anymore. So like these tokens are running to like 100 million in 2 to 3 days now.
I like this though. I'm telling you, I don't have any boom, but I'll put a bet on that while most of those other coins will be 0 in 6 months, this shit's is going to be all-time high. I'll be on that side of the bet.
I'm not shorting Bohm, and I've said this on the show before. I don't have a read on Bohm because I just don't ever see any content about it. Like it's never on my timeline. Like I don't know who the Bohm holders are. Apparently, I'm not in this corner of crypto Twitter, but I see 0 Bohm content.
Damn it! But now that you said that on FOMO hour, because let me tell you, the Boomers listen to our show. So you're about to see everybody. Make sure this motherfucker sees you guys on the feed. The other one, which, by the way, remember on the show, this has become now my favorite coin that I don't own. And they're listening to the show actually. Mumu. It was 130 mil last week on the show. We said, what did we say? We all agreed, you, me, and Mando. We said this shit's gonna fill that wick, and it's gonna go. And you and I were both like, let's wait for $100 million pullback. Didn't got it, and it went up 100%.
I think Mumu is a screaming buy. Like on any big dip, and it's already down from like the recent.
Look at that.
Are they sponsoring Ashley? Did I see that they're like pulling out the sponsor card?
A lot of that stuff. They're right there. I mean, hit my DMs, Mumu. Let's work. I mean, you can work with FOMO Hour. Fuck it, I'll work with you guys. We'll work with you guys. I mean,
what's the long to $1 billion? Is it a wick to $1 billion?
Yes, work to Billy. Bruce went XP said, "What the fuck is this long wick?" It was a wick sale that bought $2 million in one clip. That's what that wick is. Dude, this thing is looking good, bro. Someone said they bought live last time.
Let's go. Cortova. Come on. Cortova.
Come on, baby.
That trade.
I keep losing my plug here. Sorry, my roadcaster's on the floor.
The FOMO hour is quite literally giving me FOMO for a few different coins.
And the goal of the show is not the FOMO, right? Like the goal of the show.
They're expensive coins. Oh, the point of the show is not FOMO. Actually, I guess I missed some of the origin story.
Yeah, it was everything you need to know without having to FOMO. It's kind of, that was a tagline, but so it's like you come here, you listen to the show for an hour, and you don't FOMO, but it's actually become the main source of my FOMO.
Sometimes FOMO can be good at times.
You know what? FOMO's good. What do we think is a good entry for? I mean, we don't really give entries on the show, lads. So I don't know. I'm praying for sub 100, but I don't think I'm getting it. So if that helps, and again, if it goes sub 100 and goes to zero, don't fucking blame me because I got none. You're in charge of your own finances.
You know,
but yeah,
we need to get Ovie on. I think he's been deep in the Neiro streets. I think he played all of the Solana coins.
He missed the ETH one.
I don't know if he's in the ETH one. I assume that he just played them all.
No. He missed the ETH one. So he went everything on Solana. Like motherfucker bought every coin on Solana, like Shark Catfish, Neiro. Like this guy, you got to see. Like we have original group chat of me, Mando, and Ovie right for the show, and Mando was like, "What is going on with you, Ovie?" He's like, "You've taken more trades in a week than you have in a year." He was like, "You need to fucking settle down." I mean, Ovie's out here just full on, raising his little newborn.
He's tweeting about how he's in the Neiro war. Like he's like, I'm in the war, and it's because I've got a lot of time on my hands. Like I'm at home.
Danny asked me this morning. He's like, "So what's up with Ovie? What's wrong with him in the war twist?"
I'm trying to find it.
I tried to get him on the show today, but he was too busy working. But it's Ovie is like full blown. It happens to me too. Mando always laughs because it's either Ovie and I. We have these weird pairs where we get chopped and lose a lot of money. Sometimes make some, sometimes lose some, and we just overtrade. I think Ovie's overtrading right now. I think, but I'm telling you, and that's what I told Ovie before coming on the show. I'll put a bet on it. I mean, it's on the record, so I won't bet. But on the record, you tell me with and boom will probably all-time highs with all these Neiro coins on Sol. I'm talking about each one is not there anymore in 6 months. Like I wouldn't be surprised. I think what happens is that memes out, goes to billions, consolidates. People want the next new thing because they want to hit the same thing, the next wave, the next Pepe. So it's chain agnostic, right? This thesis. New memes out, flavor of the day. That meme dies. Newer memes out, flavor of the day. That memes die. Newer memes, and then consolidate because you're down from 1,000 Sol down to your last 100 Sol, and you're gonna go put it back in a safe haven. It's probably solar wave. Like that's how I see it on Solana. So my main position on Sol, my only Sol bidder right now is with. Because I'm just, and maybe I bought a little bit of I forgot which one, like the flavor of the day for fun, like small size, like 10, 20 grand. But the bigger ones, because I'm like, well, the biggest meme coin on Sol is Swift still, right? Unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, Bonk is not really a meme coin. So, and the only coins this cycle that have Coinbase adjacent listings, there's Pepe and Whiff have futures, perps, and Bonk has full-blown listing. And that's my call. Like that's literally my call. I now am I missing 10x's and 100x's not trading this? I am, but I'm also missing getting chopping myself to zero. So I'm like, Sol with Mark Pepe is all I own right now in terms of tokens.
It's a strong bag. I tend to agree that we're going to see consolidation to the top. It's just harder than ever. Like in the mid tiers, like they'll run together, but then they all fall together. And you see it when any new tokens launch, like it's basically a sell-off across the board to fund those new tokens. We saw that with the Neiro action this weekend. Basically, every meme on the board sold off. That's not really sustainable. And like I feel like the loops are gonna, that's the downward loops, basically, right there. And at some point, people are gonna get tired of it. And I do agree that it's just easier. It's easier to buy the big dogs.
Yeah, first of all, like Whiff has been trading like trash compared to Sol because Jump has been selling a lot of their bag. So they were like the main market maker for Whiff, and they've been offloading some of it. So it's like that's why I passed 2.8 when Solana went to 192. This shit didn't break out, which sucked, by the way, because I was like, fuck, I took a big trade on that. I was gunning for 3.2 to sell half the bag and then like keep it another one for breakout. That didn't happen, but there's stuff like that happening, and then there's a lot of stuff. But it's just you're right, man. Solana's so cannibalizing. I love Sol. This is my main bag. I've been saying this since Q4, but dude, it's like, it's cannibalizing. It's cannibalizing.
I agree. And like we talked about this a little bit, like Pump it's the hottest app in crypto. I mean, it might be it's leading revenue generation.
Mm-hmm.
It's putting up absurd numbers. But like, it raises the question for me. Like right now I'm just thinking through it. Like, can these numbers last? And I guess in a raging bull market where everything, where huge amounts of money continues to flow, but like they're taking a rake, right? And like we've seen what happens when players take rakes in the market. And I'm not saying it can't go much higher from here,
This is wild though, right? Like you posted about this 2 hours ago. Pump Fund hit a smashing ETH of $2.36 million in revenue yesterday. That's 3x daily revenue of the past week and beat their prior high of $2 million back in July 1st. Pump is now annualizing 336 million in revenue, and they're less than 6 months old.
Yeah, I mean, if you slap a 10x multiple onto their annual revenue, they're already a $3 billion company.
I think it's possible, dude. I think it's possible, man. I think it's possible. I think like with full-blown retail, 100K Bitcoin mania, I think it's possible.
Yeah, I'm definitely not calling it top by any means.
No.
I think it's going to continue.
I don't think any of us are. I don't think any of us. But anyways, in other news, Tyler, one thing I found fun, and then later after this, be ready, y'all. Make sure you're retweeting for the Robot Spins. But I really like this DMV news. Because you know what? Why? Because in 2021, when I got into NFTs, I used to say I'm bullish on NFTs because, like, obviously, like, what's going to happen for art and provenance, but also one day your car deed, your house deed, all that was like kind of the pitch, right? To sell the narrative. It's going to happen. It's literally happening. So tell me more about this. You said California is like the second biggest economy. Like, tell me a little more about this DMV news.
Yeah, so yesterday the Avalanche chain announced that the California Department of Motor Vehicles has been digitizing car titles on chain. The implementation has already begun. 42 million car titles already digitized on a DMV run blockchain. Just massive news here from the biggest DMV in the United States. A few more details. Digital titles will soon be claimable by car owners via their new mobile wallet app. So they're also launching a mobile wallet. There's going to have Avalanche smart contracts, which will serve like an escrow function, allow owners to track and manage the title process, significantly cutting down on the trips to the DMV that are required, which we all hate in the United States. And there's also things like an early warning system for things like line fraud against your title. We even saw folks like Mark Cuban weigh in on this overnight, and he was focusing more on the crypto aspect. And I'm quoting here, the reason why this is huge for crypto is because the people holding the tokens will have an app with an Avalanche wallet. Tens of millions of Californians having and using a crypto wallet over the next 5 years normalizes the use of wallets in crypto for normies. So I was focusing a little bit more on just the blockchain use case and how cool that is, because I'm with you. When I first kind of got into crypto, I'd been through the house buying process, condo buying process, and just know how terrible it is and how much better it would be if all these titles were on chain. And now we've got a corollary product, car titles, already on chain. And it just feels like this is politicians. So this is actually all coming from Gavin Newsom, and Gavin Newsom has caught a lot of heat, and rightfully so for some of his other policies. But this is because of a California policy specifically looking at blockchain development. So this is
how AVAX is trading. I mean, this is pretty big news. This shit is
what does it mean for our holders?
Terrible.
What does it mean for our holders?
What does it mean for my bags? Oh my god, I saw that. And then
AVAX is doing
go on.
I feel like AVAX infrastructure is overlooked.
They have good BD team. Yeah, they have good BD team. That's for sure. And then the other thing, Dino just mentioned this, but actually we did mention it on the show. We did mention it at the beginning. It was part of Tyler's top 100 today. That was on the more or less good news. So what's up? I saw the Rainmakers product get shut down. So what's that about?
Yeah. Some surprise news. I don't think we've got all the full history. There was a tweet circulating around that apparently someone had sued them for $14,000. They didn't want to settle. They went to court. And then the person effectively proved that the NFTs were securities, and now they're shutting down the product line. And
that's rumored, or is that actually...
that's rumor. So I don't have official sources on that. So that was the rumor. So let's caveat that. I think they have come out and said they are going to provide cash payment for card holders, so those who still hold the NFTs. Based on a few different factors. So I don't think we have the exact info for what those cards are going to be worth. Like I still hold a few dozen Rainmakers cards.
That was a big deal.
I mean, this is a surprise. Like they sold rookie cards this past season. So folks thought they were going to be able to use those cards for multiple seasons. I think there had been some whispers that DraftKings didn't love its RM product compared to its more just traditional fantasy product. But there weren't really any hard indications that they were going to be
Yeah.
pivoting away from it this soon.
Yeah.
So this is
DraftKings lawsuit appears to be headed for trial after a judge recently denied a motion to dismiss the case. The company is offering buyouts to customers playing the Rainmakers, while NFT collectors will still have access to their collection. Well, I guess we'll see what happens there on that front, and cover that. But that was I think that was a good run around the block, Tyler. I think we're ready for the roll bit spins. What do you think?
let's do it.
I think we're ready. I think so. Today, just for ease, I love doing the whole questions thing, but we're just gonna like do that Twitter picker. So Sim's got it ready in the back for. Yeah, you know what? Today I'm just
Yeah,
not
mix it
down.
up. We got to mix it up.
Yeah, we gotta mix it up. I'm just not down for it. So hopefully, two awesome people who follow us closely. Someone said thank God. Come on, Harry. But we can make. Shut. We can make it stricter, Sims, if you want the tweeting thing. But let's see what we get. We got some good stuff for you guys.
I put it quite strict today.
Okay, perfect. Let's see who are the two winners for the Robit spins, and then two more on Friday. Shout out to Robit for allowing us to do this and giving us all this money to give you guys. Let's go. Whoop. And the winners are Bonice, CZ, Bonice, and Violin HC. So Bill HC, CZ, Bonice, and Violin HC. You have 75 seconds to get on stage. Because when we do a Twitter picker, we want you to be on stage quick. Quick. CZ, Bonice, and are you guys even here? There we go. I saw a request. No. Are you seeing requests, Sims, on your end? Are you seeing requests yet? Oh, Bill's here. Bill, that was quick. Soul Jam speaker. I like that. I like the bio. Oh, just one so far. So Violet HC's here. CZ. Come on, CZ. CZ tuning live from prison. That's someone that retweets me a lot. Is that a Farouk retweet page? Jesus Christ. Is that it? You guys are good. Yeah, they're here. CZ Bonice, bio. The world is mine. Look at that. You not a retweeter account. Oh, you know how I want to do it on Friday, Tyler? On Friday, I want to do it that people have to retweet, and then I'm going to go on screen, my finger through the thing, and it would just stop on two people. That's what we're doing Friday. Today we did this. Friday we're fucking doing our way, the way we want, but I'll check if they retweeted. So if they didn't retweet, they're auto canceled. Like they win, I check, retweeted or not, you're auto not in the race. All right, let's do it. Bill, what's up?
What's up? Hello.
Are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
He's like, yes, let's go. All right, let me share my screen here. Let's go to play, acknowledge. Let's let this load 1 second. Let me refresh, or else it's gonna not do the spin. 1 second. What's up, Sims?
No, I'm just making sure everything's good.
Got some pudgies in there.
I think he's saying he's watching. Yeah, so we got 2 pudgies, 4 apes. 4 punks. Holy shit. 5 miladies, 3 doodles, 3 mutants, and a bunch of red guys. I guess 2 more red guys got sold. So we also have 2 $1,000 cash deals because they got sold during the show. Yeah. Yes, sir. And spin. Well, you get $1,000 in cash. He won the red guy that sold. It's sold during the show. Sorry, Robit. I know you want me to put NFTs in there, but it's sold during the show. Congrats. You win $983 in cash.
Not bad. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys.
Well, you're very welcome. And now, Bonnie says, CZ Bonnie, are you ready? Yes, you are. I see the hearts going. Let's spin. Oh my God, that was so close. You also win $983 in cash.
That was so close to the puck.
Yo, did you guys see how close this was to the puck? Yo, I gotta take this screenshot. That was so fucking close. So close. Well, that's funny. The 2 red guys that sold, Tyler, the cash was won. So you each win $1,000 in cash. You know what? I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at you guys each winning $1,000 for listening to the show. So with that, we'll start tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode of FOMO Hour on Rock Radio. Let's go. Boom.